Hey there, everybody. How y'all doing? It's G-Bub here. I hope y'all having a good one. As you see here, I finally got around to making a real G-Bub profile up here, so we're gonna have you driving this G-Bub, and he's a brand noob. I think I want to say he'd gotten up to like level 6 or 7 last time whenever he had to go and visit the kind ministrations of his Uncle Sam for about 3 years here. But he's back, and because of the whole thing, all the updates and all, and lost his profile in the game last time. So he's starting out as a whole brand new level 0 here with 0 miles driven, and we're going to start all over. We have chosen to have our first garage is going to be in Fresno. That's exactly where it was last time, if I remember right. Remember, it's a small little garage here. Hasn't explored anything. I do have us hooked up to the world of trucks, so it's all good and ready to go. The latest thing, though, we got some latest news down here. The big update, the 1.36 update came in. The biggest parts of it is that the game no longer supports DirectX 9. We're all on DirectX 11 now. Well, I think you can still use 10, but it all goes all the way up to 11. There's some new SMAA anti-aliasing going on, so it looks even prettier than ever. And there's a whole bunch. They've revamped a couple cities. Flagstaff's been revamped. Santa Cruz will be revamped. There's a whole bunch of highway signs and things like that been revamped. And there's a whole bunch of new truck trailers you can own. And the biggest part, and we'll show you on the map, is you can see, we can't do it right now because we only got the one garage, but we'll probably be able to see it on the map. So the big part, whenever you get to be an owner-operator and you got all your own garages and stuff like that, and you hire a whole bunch of truckers, they get out there and all your brother truckers are moving around on the map doing deliveries for you. Well, you'll be able to pull up your map and see exactly where they are and what they're doing. See whether they're just sitting around goofing off or whether they're making you money. Kind of like being a pimp. Anyhow, we've got it setting up. We're going to go through the tutorial part here, and we've got it set where it's going to walk us through the tutorial and all the different things we got to do. So I'm going to get that going on. I guess the other big thing I got to do is actually move my steering wheel over here. I was about to try to drive a truck with my steering wheel sitting halfway across the room. That would have been hard. Alrighty. We're going to have us a sip of our coffee here. You ain't a trucker unless you got a good thing of coffee sitting beside you. That feels good. Alrighty. Well, we're going to get started here now. And we are going to continue. And there it goes, signing me into the world of trucks. You see, I'm taking dry fruit from Fresno to Bakersfield. And it's Monday at 10 a.m. All right, press E to start the engine. There we go. Use your additional controller to move your truck. There we go. It looks like it's doing fine. And I'm going to put it, hopefully that's going to put it in drive. And let's see how things go. Yep, try moving it forward a few meters and then stop. We did it. Other camera views, we've seen those before. You got the interior camera, you got the chasing camera, and the top-down camera. Roof camera, lean out, bumper, on wheel, and the drive-by. All the numbers across there. Ooh, look at where we are. We're stuck there, and I'm assuming we're going to be moving. That way. Yep, it looks like that's the road out onto the street. Let's get back here and let's go ahead and enter. All right, time to make a delivery. Use the route advisor, see where you're going to go. So press F1 there. Oh, look at there. F1 or pause. Pauses the game. F2 does your side mirrors. F3 toggles route advisor mode. When the game is paused, you can control the route advisor with the mouse. You have a sat nav here. called the Route Advisor, available at all times. Route Advisor displays your current status, helps you with information about your current job, and points you where to go. Shortcut keys are assigned to the most often used functions that you can use instantly while you're driving. Keys are suggested. Current stats, this is your miles per hour, your gear you're in, well, how much damage you're taking, the fuel you got left, how tired you are, whether you got any emails, what time it is, and here's your money. We got $1,500. I got more money. G-Bub in the game's got more money than what G-Bub in real life's got. Alrighty, so as you see right now, we're on the navigation screen, so it shows us our GPS. And there's your little toggles down here. That goes between your navigator, your job description, your truck diagnostics, and little short messages down here. Navigation map shows your current position, your little blue arrow. Also shows your shortest route to your destination, which is here in red. Bottom of the page, estimated time left, that'd be your ETA down there. At this rate, we should do it in a little less than an hour and a half in game time. Gotta go 59 miles. Okay, and we can use F5 to zoom in. You see there, it gives us the big wide view where we can actually see Fresno. Oh, that was the biggest one. Right there, you can see my bald spot. You know what? I think I used that same joke about 3 years ago too. We can zoom all the way out to where you see us on the world map there. We're going to leave it right there. Then we want to go to the job description. You know, it tells us what we got and where we're going and how much time we got to get there, and gives us how long until we got to sleep again too. We got 14 hours until we got to sleep again. Diagnostics tells us if there's any kind of damage being done. And we ain't had no damage right now. It's almost a brand new truck. Okay, and we can call road assistance down here too by pushing that. And get towed somewhere. All right, it's all we need to know. We can push the tutorial anytime again by pushing the help button. All right, let's go ahead and close it. And let's see. F1 is our thing. All right, all set and ready to go. Follow the navigation toward your destination. Well, first I'm going to set up my mirrors. There we go. Let's see. There's how we toggle the side mirrors. So if I was using my, track IR, this is how I'd keep it, because I could turn my head over here and look at all my mirror. I ain't never noticed that mirror right there. Shows somebody trying to get in my trailer there, or trying to climb up my truck. But that'd show me how I could adjust my side mirrors. But instead, we're going to toggle them to get them just like that. I'm going to have that so I don't have to use the mouse to move my head around so much. Alrighty? Now, how do we adjust things? Is it F4? Yep, that's it. Parking lights. Don't need any of those. So I think we'll push F4 again. That goes to our mirrors. There. Now, let's set this mirror so I want to be able to just see my truck, but I want to get plenty of view on the road down here, you know? I think that'll do pretty good. Look at the small one over here. Same kind of thing. I want to be able to... Let's not click. Let's use the actual keyboard here. Let's get it down like this. Then we're going to swivel it down like that. Because it was showing, I know my truck's pretty, but it was showing way too much of my truck there. There, that's better. That gives me a much better thing of the road. Now, let's look at the right side one. And the same thing there. Oh, that's the side one. All right, that same thing there. We want to get it adjusted too. Which way am I going? Nope, let's go this way. Slide it on out. I won't be able to see my truck and trailer, but I want to be able to see most of the road. There we go. And we're going to do the small one there. The same kind of thing. Let's move it on over. And then down. There. That should give me a good view of everything sitting around me right there. Okay. Now, I need to get this back to... What's this need to be back on? That needs to be back on on the road there. And the only thing I got is, how do you pull up the route advisor? How do you make it go away? Let's see, that'd be F3. Here we go, got the invisible. Got the full on everything. We got the invisible where it gets rid of all the extra stuff, and then we got the one where you just look at the dashboard. I think we're just gonna look at the dashboard for right now, because it's gonna be just a little simple trip across town. Shouldn't be any big problem. So we're gonna make sure we're in gear. We are. You see that little A2 there in the little gear symbol on my dashboard. And we're gonna get moving. All right. Let's head on out toward the gate here. Let's swing it wide. I don't want to grab that. Don't want to bump up against that truck beside us. Don't want to bump on the sides of the. I want to bump up against the sides of the gate here too. I hope y'all having a good one. It feels so good to be back in official and running on my truck again, let me tell you. I am so looking forward to being able to be owner-operator again. I am disappointed that you know, whenever I had to go, and well, let's just be honest, I had to go stay in the pokey for a while, you know. Something about some tax records and apparently, you know, if you ain't no New York billionaire running for public office, you don't get away without showing your taxes. And I thought I could not hold it. Thought I'd be able to just say, well, I don't want y'all to see my taxes, but that didn't work for me, so I ended up having to turn the paperwork over, and well, life got a lot cheaper for me then, because I didn't have to worry about paying taxes. I didn't have to worry about holding down a job. I didn't have to worry about paying a mortgage. Everything was taken care of me there for a while. And when I got back out, I went to see my partner, and you know, my partner wouldn't even answer my phone calls no more. He sure wouldn't. And they seemed like they went and hired a bunch of highfalutin lawyers and took my business all the way over, and they renamed it everything. It wasn't called Cogbinder Enterprises anymore. Needless to say, oh gee, he's kind of ticked off at me right now for losing the company, but you know, what you gonna do? You've discovered a recruitment agency. Here you can hire drivers to work for you. That reminds me, we're gonna hit here, we're gonna go out and look on the map. I thought we could go here on the map. Let's see, can we go there? Apparently we can't go out on the map while we're on the tutorial mission here, the little first one, because I was hoping we'd be able to go out and take a look and see if there were any more little question mark thingies about that we could go and take a look at. This thing got some tight brakes on it. I might have to go out and have them take a look at those, make sure they are doing well. There goes a Boeing truck. I need to get the mods back in there. Of course, the 136, that new update that came in, it may have made the mods not work no more. So I have to wait until the mods all get updated. That's often what happened. So we may be just driving vanilla for a while, you know. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, oh gee, he's been kind of ticked at me for losing the company like that. But we'll see what happens. That's the thing about G, he doesn't stay mad at anybody for very long. The only thing he really gets ticked at is whenever, you know, someone comes along and makes him play Pandemic all the time, that sort of thing. That kind of sticks in his craw a little bit. But that's about it otherwise. Whoa, whoa. Poor little car almost had me climbing up their backside there. Yep, as you see, all the little, it must have broke all the little retexturized things and realism things, because you see, instead of FedEx, we got the Posted truck there again. So that's fine. They'll get updated in the next few days, and a big part of that being that Utah's coming out. You know, Utah's going to be landing here very shortly. It comes out Thursday, I think it is. Unfortunately, I'm going to be away from home for a little while when Thursday rolls up. I'm going to be away from my computer anyway, so I'm not going to be able to do any trucking on Thursday. So it'll be a couple days before I get to see what Utah is like. But that's okay, because one of the things I want to talk to y'all about, so y'all remember how, like I said, whenever I quit playing this, Arizona just come into the game. We only had the 3 states. We had the original one of California, and we had Nevada, and about the time I stopped playing, they had just put Arizona in the game. I think we had done 1, maybe 2 trips into Arizona. And of the whole map, we had only seen about 3 to 4% of it. So what I'm going to be doing for a while, like I said, when Utah lands, there's going to be 7 states that you can drive around. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to stick to the original 3. I'm going to stick to California and Nevada, and then once I get California and Nevada pretty well mapped over, we'll start going into Arizona. And once we get that pretty much covered, then we'll start going up the coast. I'm going to do one of those things, it's like that game that G-Bub Jr. does, that EverQuest game and that World of Warcraft game that he plays. You know how they have what they call their classic servers, where they started out, and you start out with the original game, and then as time goes on, they add in all the original expansions, one after another, until you got the whole thing all sitting ahead of you there. Well, that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to start out with the original game, just the original 3 states you're in. Uh-oh. I ain't got my controller set up with my flashers and all that. I just realized that. We're gonna have to get our controllers reset up before we go back out here and do this again. Let's see, we're gonna have to use ones on the keyboard. So that means none of the buttons work, so that means my jailbreak don't work either. We're gonna have to remember that. Alright, nothing ahead of us, and this should be, I think, our turn right here. Let's get a hold of the mouse again. Yep, we're gonna go down here on the highway. Always want to start humming that Rascal Flatts. Life is a highway, I'm gonna ride it all night long. That reminds me as well of a joke I saw the other day. Yep, sorry to cut you off there, buddy. That's one thing that even with the revamps, as they go along here, and I know that they're talking about fixing up. I said they've redone Flagstaff and redone San Diego and all. As they going along and they do all these little updates, I'm hoping they're getting around to fixing the highways here, because that's one of the things that we've talked about. One of the things they talked about in the revamp was the fact that American exits and entries onto the highways, they don't look like this. They ain't so short like that. You got a little breathing room as you go along, And that part really needs to be adjusted. Let's make it so we're going to turn left here. And let's see if anything's coming. Alright, we've stopped. Nothing coming to the left. Don't see nothing to the right. Let's turn on over and get across this overpass here. I forgot to see just how long this trailer is we hauling, but man, it looks like it goes on for a while behind us. In fact, let me stop here for a second. I'm going to pause it. Whoops, wrong button. Let's get that one. This is the one I'm looking for, I think. That ain't the one either. This is the one I'm looking for. All right. I was just making sure we were only hauling a single trailer. And it is. It's just a single. Want to make sure we weren't hauling no double behind us back there, because it's like, that'd be a rough one for me to go out on my first little trip here. But nope, it's just a single. But yeah, they still need to revamp. Next time they do some of those revamp things, they need to work on getting it so that the ways in and out of the freeways, your exits and your entry ramps, are a little bit more Americanized, because we Americans, that's one thing about us, we spread out. the more we spread out, the more our cars and vehicles spread out, and the more room we need to get out there and maneuver around, you know? Now, we taking this down here to, we just running down this road, or we taking it to like a vineyard or something along here? I've done forgotten where exactly it is that we're supposed to be taking this thing. But that's fine. Let's just enjoy the trip, shall we? Let's see. We're doing about 40, 10, 20, 30. Let's look at the speedometer down there. We can get a little faster here. All right, 40 is straight up, so 50 is going to be over there to the right. Y'all have to excuse me. I ain't quite been used to talking so much as I have this time. Not in this particular voice anyway. Kind of like whenever I'm in Lotro and I've forgotten how to talk like a dwarf for a while, you know? And it takes a little bit of time for me to get used to it again. In fact, I'm going to pause here right quick. Y'all excuse me just a second. I'm going to have a drink. I'll be right back. Well, I hope this is recording. I can't tell no more. All my recording stuff disappeared off the screen, so. If it's still recording, y'all gonna get to hear my sweet little voice talking about it. And if it's not still recording, well, we got a problem. So I'll have to see how that goes. Let's take a break for just a second. This may just end up being a practice mission, but anyway, I'm going to keep talking to y'all as if y'all were really here. Because that's one of the things I just do anyway. Now, let's see. I think we can zoom on in. Yes, we can. Whoa. That's what I was looking for. Now, we're going to zoom on in here. We're going to turn to the right. I might have needed to swing this out a little bit further. I sure don't want to hit that trailer on the wall there. Don't want to hear that stop sign either. All right, and then we're going to turn to the left. And that's one thing that I found out whenever they rebuilt this place, you know, made everything bigger. There's an awful lot of these things that have gates on them now, too, you know? So many of these places I used to go drop off deliveries and all didn't have gates on them before, but they sure do now. Now, let's see, we're going to take it up here. Oh, we're going to be dropping off this stuff, and it's going to be hauled across the country by train. Approach the entrance gate to get a clearance to bring the cargo to a particular spot in the delivery terminals. You may choose an easier alternative spot. If you get in any trouble, you can complete it automatically. Okay, so let's go on in here, and we need to find that little magic spot. Roll up on it, and it's going to tell us where they want it parked at. They got a little mod I'm going to install probably too that gets rid of these spinning little icons in the air and just puts a big white painted line on the ground. So that, all right, we have found Bakersfield. All right, let's see what they want us to do with our job delivery. We can park it for realsies. Ooh, Nelly. We can play it safe. We're going to play it safe just because I don't know if we're really recording or not. And I'd hate to spend 30 minutes parking that truck up here just to find out that none of it recorded. So we're going to play it safe and just park it right on up over here, alrighty? If we can avoid running over that guy, we may be playing it safe, but I don't think he is. Look over there. A couple guys over there playing Carcassonne. Never know where you're going to see a board game pop up, are you? Alrighty. Let's see how close we can get over here without running over old Billy Bob. And how close we going to get it? That get us where we need to be? I don't think it quite did. Nope, let's pull it on forward a little bit. And then we're going to back it up in there. Alright, let's go straight on back here. that way a little bit. Cut it back this way a little. Oh. Now you would have thought this would have been an easy one, wouldn't you? Alright, let's cut the wheel back that way because we want to straighten this trailer up. Just like that, just like that. Now let's straighten up there we go. Like I said, we're going to straighten up the tractor here now. And I think, whoop, let's put it back in forward. I think that should get us going. Yeah, I don't want to auto park it. I just want to get it straightened up. Pull this over. Billy Bob, you might want to move out of the way there, bud. This is my first trip here, and I'd hate to run you over. Alright, mirror looks like we should be just about on target here this time. There we go. Alrighty, let's pop outside. And let's watch the little legs come down on the truck and all there, on the trailer. There we are. We went 59 miles in a little under 3 hours, burned 12.7 gallons of gasoline, and we are halfway through level 0 newbie now, 111 experience. And it's 1 in the afternoon, and we are free as the wind. It's almost 1 in the afternoon here, too. There's my headquarters here in Fresno. Pretty basic garage. May not be much, but it's a start. Nothing to park there yet, so no trucks sitting about. Once you've got enough money and bought a truck, you'll be able to move in and run my business from here. Good luck. Here you can see your progress. We done that. Pick up your next job. Here's the world map. Let's take a look. There you go. You see, we are here in Fresno. So now I'll be able to actually go up here and find these little question marks on the map and figure out where the heck we're going. Let's see, reset thingy. And I don't have anything that says click on garages and stuff. I guess because we don't actually have, since we don't actually have a truck, there's no point in it showing us our garage either. But it will show up here in the real world. So there you go. Alrighty. Next time we'll pick our next job, get things going, and see how it goes from there. So this is G-Bub saying thank y'all for coming along with me.